Hello traders, and welcome to the market opening preview, January 21st, 2015. Traders, I'm coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand, where it's bright sunny skies, white sandy beaches, and a beautiful blue Gulf of Thailand today. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, we're a little bit early today in our video due to I have an appointment today, and I will be having to leave a little early, so this is getting to YouTube about an hour earlier than normal. We're just coming up on 15 minutes before 0200 GMT. Traders, if you would, please let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday, and I am your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, don't forget on Friday we have the Friday wrap-up, which is about 6 hours after the New York close, where we go over between 10 and 16 daily charts. Basically what happened the week before and what we might see in the week ahead. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006, and in 2008 I retired from an awesome career in the public safety department out of the great state of Florida. Traders, I took a 3-month holiday to Thailand 9 days after I retired, and traders, it's 2015 and I'm happy to say I'm still here. I hope all of you get the opportunity to visit the kingdom. It is an absolutely beautiful place to see. And if you want to trade full time, it's a great place to trade, as our time zone is great. We can actually trade all 3 time zones, and basically you can get about 2.5 hours of New York and still get a full night's rest. Absolutely awesome. Alright traders, that's just a little bit about myself. Let's keep going to the risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Most of all, traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. Meaning, if you're on a demo account, 3 months later you go to a live account, there's a good chance you're going to see a difference in your trading, and that is perfectly normal. We all go through it. Alright traders, let's talk about news and commentary. We're going to start off with some of our calendars today. We had some New Zealand data come out earlier in Asia, very, very early in Asia. Actually, it was 4:45 a.m. Thailand time. We had CPI quarter on quarter came out negative 0.2%. And CPI year on year also came out at negative 0.8%. The CPI quarter on quarter was a high impact news event. Big one today coming out, and this is 30 minutes before the London Open. We have the Bank of Japan giving a press conference. I would pay attention to that. That can move the market. You know how they are. They love doing interventions and stuff like that. So, you might want to be attuned to your economic calendar and just be aware that that event is coming out. All right, in the Euro session today, we have average earnings index, which is a high impact news event, and that comes out 90 minutes after the open. And we also have MPC meeting minutes, which is another high impact news event at the same time. Please check your economic calendar to make sure you have the right time in your time zone. Wow, busy. The pound also has climate count change, also at the same time, and again, a high impact news event. So be careful with the pound trading today until these news events get taken care of. Make sure you either break even or out of your trade by the time those news events hit us, because that's a lot of news coming out all at one time. Going into the U.S. session, we have housing starts, which is a medium impact news event. But we have building permits, which is a high impact news event, and that is 1 hour before the New York Stock Exchange opens. What else do we have? Anything else in the U.S.? In Canada, we have the interest rate decision coming out later, actually a half hour after the New York Stock Exchange opens. And then after that, we have BOC Governor Politz speaking. So quite an active trading day as far as the calendar goes. We have quite a lot of news events. So please keep your economic calendar available. And you can always go to fxclearing.com and have a wonderful economic calendar right on the front page. All right, let's see how the markets did yesterday. The Dow closed positive barely at 0.02%. The S&P 500 closed barely at 0.15%. The NASDAQ closed at 0.44%, with the Russell 2000 in the negative at 0.54%. Let's head over to the other side of the pond and let's check out what the Eurozone had to do. Eurozone, the DAX closed at positive 0.14%. The FTSE 100 closed at 0.52%, and the CAC 40 in the green at 1.16%, with the Eurostoxx 50 at 0.63%. Nice move on the Eurozone. Nice green stuff. Like to see the green stuff. All right, let's come over to my side of the world. These countries are currently trading in Asia, and the Nikkei 225 is negative at the moment at 0.63%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Sydney is up 1.36%. The Shanghai is also positive at 0.51%, and the Hang Seng is up 0.46%. Ending this with the Kospi is the only one in the red in Asia, and it is at negative 0.43%, and as I said, all of those are currently trading. Reference to commentary, some quite interesting price action yesterday. The Euro Aussie basically had no price action. The Euro Yen, very minimal price action. A couple of these pairs bounced where I said they were going to bounce. The Aussie was really a strange one. We'll see that chart in just a moment. So a lot of these pairs today are at extremes. I mean, a lot of them are really, really bearish, and on the daily charts are at support. So please, when you're looking at trading today, check your daily chart. If you're at support or you're getting ready to break current support, you don't want to take a sell trade, right? You want that to pull back. Even on a daily chart, they bounce, right? So you don't want to get bounced out of your trade, stopped out of your trade. So today especially, make sure you check your daily charts. So why don't we talk about our 60-minute Forex charts, and we will start with the Euro Dollar. Euro Dollar did a nice sell-off in New York. It was kind of late for us. I did not get into this trade at all. Basically, if you look to the left of the sell-off, the three red candles, you'll see that the European session was up and down with all those indecision candles, and there was really no entry. So we would like to see a pullback to this 38.2% Fibonacci level. I don't think it's going to happen. Traders, if you can get to that 1560 area, 1563 area, and you get a bearish candlestick formation, I would take that sell trade and take it down. There's a possibility this just might break support here. I don't think so. The euro is very good about giving its pullback and then taking its trade. If it breaks this current support, if it's a bullish engulfing candle, for sure, take the trade to the downside, and our take profit area is 1.1514, and our stop is at 1.1649. Traders, let's take a look at the pound dollar. The pound dollar, this is a wacky chart. This is what I was talking about, of bouncing from the daily chart. If you look at the daily chart, you will see how this bounced. This price action that you're looking at, all this up movement, was a bounce from the daily chart from yesterday. And we mentioned that. So today, now we're in a situation where it's bounced up, and we have a little bit of movement where we do have some room to take this to the downside. However, we are at pretty firm support with our, you can see it marked on the chart, that horizontal line. And do I really want to trade into that? Of course not. So we're either going to pull back up into that 200 exponential moving average in the next 4 or 5 hours, and we'll take it down, or it's going to break this support line, and we'll take the trade at 1.5119, and we'll take it all the way down to 1.5070. And, you know, this is a really nice trade, because if we break this, we have very little junk left of the chart. That's a wide open space at about 51.18. From that point down, I mean, from where we're entering at, we've passed all the junk, and it's a wide open space, so it should be a nice move down. Nothing to worry about left of the chart. Traders, let's move over to the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar really did a bounce also. You can see in the price action where it absolutely came up, bounced again from that daily chart. If you take a look at that, it's quite interesting. Actually, late in New York, really, I think this was from probably the New Zealand data that came out. The last red candle actually broke through the 200 exponential moving average, which is at 0.8179. So we are actually right now in a position to take our trade to the downside. The problem is time of day. We're almost 6 hours before the London Open. I'm not real confident in taking a trade that far away. I would presume this is going to go sideways for the next 4 hours. Just keep an eye on it. If you get a bullish engulfing candle, surely enter the trade, put your stop at the 200 exponential moving average, and you're heading for 0.8100. Would be wonderful, 8110. That would be a great spot to take profit. All right, moving over to, I made this mistake again. This is the euro yen, and I typed in the wrong data on top of the chart. Yes, this is the euro yen. My mistake, traders. We are again at the same exact spot we were yesterday. That's why this chart didn't change, because I only moved like 2 things on the chart, and this is the same exact chart as yesterday. And I'm sorry, this is the euro Aussie. My mistake, the euro Aussie. And I use the same chart because if you count those candles, it's over 24 candles there. So we're in the same spot. We're looking for this push to the downside. If you look at the daily chart, we have plenty of room to do that, so there should be no problem there. This is the euro Aussie. Here's the euro yen. There we go. This was a really hard chart to look at today and try to figure out a trade plan. It basically had pulled back, as you can see, and then it's gone sideways. There was really not a lot to fib. The fib would have been too small. I don't like having Fibonacci levels that are so small that you can barely see it. So if you took a look at this, you know, you'd say, well, how am I going to do this? Well, what I do is I put a range in here. I put a range at resistance and I put a range at support. And we got 123 pip range here. So right now, if I had a bearish engulfing candle, I would surely short this. I would short it in a second. I have no problem shorting this pair at this point. I would rather see it come back up to that resistance. As I'd like to see it bounce up a notch or two. You know, maybe hit about 137.30. That would be nice. And, you know, and then take this back down, all the way back down to the support line in this range. And as you can see, left of the chart, we have a lot of support there, so we're going to get some sort of reaction. So we're right in the middle of a 123 pip range, and we have plenty of pips to play with. And, you know, whatever direction you want to take, it's your choice if you want to counter trend trade this, but we have plenty of room on this. So good luck on this one, but this looks really nice. We're probably going to have to wait for the London Open. And yes, I am very bearish on this pair as usual. Okay, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. What a trade yesterday. Absolutely wonderful. Worked out perfect. Actually went to our take profit area and then moved like another 20 or 30 pips below that. If you took the New Zealand trade yesterday, congratulations. You did very well. The trade plan worked out just absolutely perfect. Basically, I'm looking for this to pull back up to that 23.6 Fibonacci level. I would rather see it come up to the 38.2, and we can take this all the way down to 0.7600. But the farther it pulls back up, the better. So I'm hoping in the next 5 hours that this pulls up and gives us a nice trading opportunity to sell this and sell this New Zealand dollar off. Being we have a lot of data in New York, we hope to see this happen in the London session, because we don't want to be trading this with all that data coming out. It's going to affect the dollar. All right, traders, this one ran a little bit long today, a lot to talk about. On behalf of myself, William Gilday, and of course our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I'd like to thank you for joining me today for the market opening preview on January 21st, 2015. Traders, have a great trading day. Be careful, check your daily charts, grab those pips, and have a good one. And we'll see you tomorrow before the London Open. Take care, traders. Bye-bye now.